everyone, welcome back to Bound and Bookmarked. I'm Summer, and if you're here, you already know we're all about dark romance with a side of chaos and morally questionable choices. Today we're diving into something a little different, Gods and Graves by Katie May. If you're a fan of Greek mythology, reverse harem, and paranormal romance with a hefty dose of fantasy, this one's going to be right up your alley. It's got reapers, shifters, elves, wraiths, blood fae, and a mystery that spans centuries. Plus, it's a standalone, so if you need a break between series, this could be your jam. As always, this is a spoiler-free review, but I will be talking about tropes and vibes. Gods and Graves does cover some heavy themes, so please check the trigger warnings before you start reading. I won't be covering those trigger warnings here, but you can find them at boundandbookmark.com or in the book. Alright, let's get into it. So Gods and Graves follows Thea, a reaper who's been invisible to the living for centuries. Can you imagine? Hundreds of years of walking through the world completely unseen, alone, just doing your thing in total isolation. I mean, I'm an introvert, but that still seems a bit much for me. Then enter our 4-man supernatural task force, handpicked by Ares, yes, that Ares, the god of war, to protect humanity from supernatural threats. We have Everett, Christian, Zaid, and Raphael, and they're the first people in centuries to actually be able to see Thea. Their paths collide when their missions overlap, and suddenly Thea is pulled into their world, and they're pulled into hers. The story becomes this race against time to figure out who Thea really is, what happened to her all those years ago, and who's responsible for her fate before it's too late and she disappears again. It's equal parts mystery, romance, and adventure, with Greek mythology woven throughout. And because this is a reverse harem, Thea's got not one, not two, but 4 love interests. Everett is a shifter and the team leader. He's got this rough, gruff exterior, but underneath, total softie. He's protective and sweet in a way that'll catch you off guard. Christian is a charming elf with a dark secret. He's witty, flirtatious, and honestly, trouble, in the best way. Zaid is a wraith, and he's shy, sweet, and steady. His devotion to Thea is quiet but powerful, and I loved his gentle energy. And then there's Raphael, the psychotic blood fae with a possessive obsession. He's unhinged, he's dangerous, and yeah, he's absolutely going to make your heart race. Together, they create this intense, heartfelt dynamic as they unravel the mystery of Thea's past and fight to protect her future. Okay, let's talk about what I loved. First and foremost, the characters. Thea is such a compelling heroine. She's resilient, she's got this charming naivety that comes from being isolated for so long, and it's impossible not to root for her. She's been through hell, but she's not broken, and I loved watching her come into her own. The guys balance each other out beautifully. Each of them brings something different to the team and to Thea's life. Everett's the steady leader, Christian's the playful one with hidden depths, Zaid is the quiet protector, and Raphael is the wild card who keeps things interesting. They all have distinct personalities, which made the reverse harem dynamic work really well. The plot is another highlight. The blending of Greek mythology with modern supernatural elements was seamless. I loved how Katie May incorporated gods, reapers, and all these different paranormal creatures into one cohesive world. It felt fresh but still familiar, and the mythology didn't overshadow the story, it enhanced it. And the romance? It's fast-paced, but it's heartfelt. Each guy brings something unique to Thea's life, and you can feel the genuine connection building between them. It's sweet, it's steamy, and it's got that found family vibe that I'm a total sucker for. Now let's be real. There were a few things that didn't quite land for me. The biggest one? Pacing. I genuinely think Gods and Graves would have been incredible as a duet. As a standalone, it's 534 pages, but it feels like there's so much more story to tell. The romance moves really quickly, like almost too quickly, and it ends up feeling a bit unearned at times. I would have loved more time to explore Thea's relationships with each of the guys individually and their growth as the harem. The settings they find themselves in and the mystery of Thea's fate both move at a breakneck speed, and I feel like we didn't get to properly dig into either. The mystery of what happened to Thea could have been so much deeper if we'd had more time to unravel it, and the world building could have been richer with a longer format. There also wasn't a ton of room for character development because everything happens so fast. Don't get me wrong, the characters are likable and engaging, but I wanted more. More backstory, more emotional depth, and more time to sit with the big moments. Basically, this book has so much potential, and I think expanding it into a duet would have made it unforgettable instead of just really enjoyable. So, who's gonna love Gods and Graves? If you're a fan of reverse harem stories, this is definitely for you. Greek mythology enthusiasts will also get a kick out of this. Katie May does a great job incorporating the gods and mythological elements without making it feel heavy-handed. This is also a solid pick if you're looking for a standalone between series. It's a quick read, and while it's labeled as dark romance, it is on the lighter side of the darkness spectrum. So if you're in the mood for something that still has edge but won't completely wreck you emotionally, this would be a great fit. Just make sure to check the trigger warnings because everyone has different sensitivities, and the most important thing is to take care of yourself. If you loved Gods and Graves, I'd recommend checking out the Cursed Legacy series by Morgan B. Lee or the Dead Man Walking duet by Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I've actually reviewed both on the blog, so I'll link that in the show notes. Alright, now for the final verdict. I'm giving Gods and Graves 3 out of 5 stars. It's a fun, wild adventure full of mystery, romance, and intrigue. The characters are lovable, the plot is engaging, and the mythology is well done. That said, I think a longer format could have elevated this from good to great. There's so much potential here, and I just wish we'd gotten more time with these characters and this world. For spice, it's a solid 3 out of 5. It's steamy without being overwhelming, and the chemistry between Thea and her guys is definitely there. And for darkness, I'm also giving it a 3 out of 5. It earns its dark romance label, but it's not as brutal as some other books in the genre. If you want more details on how I rate my books, check out the rating guide on my website at boundandbookmark.com. I'll drop that link in the show notes. Alright, that's it for today's episode. Have you read Gods and Graves? What did you think? And more importantly, who was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your spoiler-free thoughts. And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, and if you've got a dark romance you think I should review, send it my way. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, stay dark, stay dangerous, and keep those pages turning. See you next week.